welcome to this lectures room. We have a question here under trigonometry. The question says we should find the value of the following, that is sine 110 degree, that's number one question. Number two, tan 320 degree, and number three is cos 290 degree. Having gotten the knowledge of quadrant level, first quadrant, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant, these questions will be easy to approach. Now, how do we approach this set of questions now? For the number one question, we can say sine 110 degree. Now, you need to first of all have at the back of your mind the values of first quadrant. What are those signs of trigonometric values that will have positive there? Then for the second quadrant, third, and the fourth, we have to know them. Then each of the expression of the values, mathematical expression, that will fall at each quadrant for each of the trigonometric functions. Now, at the first quadrant, you have the quadrant like this, which this is the first, this is the second, this is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. It moves in anti-clockwise direction like this. Now, in terms of those ones that we have a positive sign of the among the trigonometric functions, we have all the sine, cosine, and tangent to have a positive at the first quadrant. Now, at the second quadrant, only sine is having positive at the second quadrant. At the third quadrant, the tangent is the only one with positive sign, while at the fourth quadrant, we have the cosine only having the positive sign. Now, from this first quadrant to here is 90 degree, while from here to here is 180 degree. From here to here is 270, and from here to here is we are having 360 here, or 0 degree, where this is the starting point. Now, this one, where does it fall? From 0 to 90, 110 is greater than 90. Now, it can fall here, okay. 90 to 180, so 110 is between 90 and 180, so it falls at second quadrant. So we are going to have, so sine 110 degree falls at second quadrant. So after we have known that it falls at second quadrant, we can now say, okay, what is the value of sine there? That's what? Positive plus sine. What is the value of A? We are going to have to be what? 180. The value, all the value that we'll be calculating for the second quadrant will be 180 minus theta is equal to plus sine. What is the value we are going to subtract from 180 that will give us 110? 70 degree. What is sine 70 degree? Sine 70 degree will give us 0.9397, which is equal to 0.9397. 0.9397. Good. Now, we have been able to get this. Very good. Let's move to the second question. The question says tan 320 degree. 320 degree, if you look at it very well, falls at which quadrant? It falls at, if you look at it, this is 270. So definitely 320 is greater than 270. So it will fall at the fourth quadrant. It falls at fourth quadrant. So at the fourth quadrant, what is the value of tangent here? What is the sign tangent is going to have? It's going to have a negative value because only the cosine is having a positive value here. So now we are going to have tan 320 degree will be equal to minus tan 360 minus theta. Any value that we are going to work on at the fourth quadrant will be 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta, which will be equal to minus tan. What is that value? You will subtract from 360 to get 320. That will be 60 degree. Yes, 60 degree, which is going to be equal to what? What is the value of tan 60? From 320, that will be 40 degree. 40 degree. 360 minus 40 will give us 320. Good. It's 40 degree. Now, what is the value of tan 40 degree? Tan 40 degree is going to be equal to what? Minus, don't forget, it's negative sign, minus 0.8391. That is how you get that value there. Now, for the third question, which says cos 290 degree. Cos 290 degree. 290 degree will fall at where? You can see this is 270. That's the where the third quadrant stop at. And 290 is greater than 270. So it definitely falls at fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. And it's going to be what? Yeah? What is the sign? It's going to be positive. Positive cosine, because it is only positive, it is only cosine that is positive at the fourth quadrant. Now, you can now say that cos 290 degree is equal to cos 360 minus theta, which is going to be equal to what? Cos, what is that value you are going to subtract from 360 to get 290? That's what? That is going to be equal to 70. Cos 70 degree is positive sign. So which is going to be equal to what's the value of cos 70 degree? 0.342. That's 0.342 0.3420. That's at the fourth quadrant. That is how you solve those questions. Now let's now look at, because I've been talking about quadrant, first, second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. How does it form? Let's look at how they are formed now, and how we are able to derive different type of values that we use in subtracting theta from. So let's look at that right now. Now, as I have said earlier, quadrants are the movement of angles from 0 degree to 360 degree on a four cardinal point. We have this to be first quadrant. This is from here to here is 90, this is 180, 270, this place is 0, that's 360 for here. Now, it moves like this in anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise. That is how quadrant moves. Now, for our understanding, at the first quadrant, we have the value like this. This out of the acute angle will be formed. This is the theta. This is positive y, and this is positive x. You can see this x-axis. If you look at your graph, x-axis will be positive here, y-axis will be positive at the top. And this is 1. Now, let's look at the value of each of the trigonometric functions. Sine theta here will be equal to what? So opposite over hypotenuse, that's what, plus y over 1. So whatever value that y is given to us, whatever value we want to get will be positive. So here, sine is positive. So at this level here, sine is positive. So, it is between 0 and 90 degree. Cos theta here will be equal to what? Adjacent over hypotenuse as well. That's plus x over 1, which is equal to plus x as well. So here, cos is also positive. And tangent here is equal to what? Plus y over x. Plus x plus y over plus x, which is equal to what? Positive as well. Plus cos theta as well. So the theory of all these trigonometric functions, they are all positive at the first quadrant. So we call it what? All positive. We call it place A, that is all is positive. Now, this is the second quadrant. At this second quadrant level, this place is going to be negative x. You can see this is positive x, this place is negative x, this place is our theta, this is our angle 90, this is our y, this is positive y as well. You can see the y is still up. Now, at this stage now, sine here, sine theta will be equal to what? This one, y over 1. Y over 1. This is what? Plus y over 1. That's what? Sine theta is what? Plus sine theta. Now, Another thing you need to note at this second quadrant is that from here to here is 180 minus theta. So every value you want to calculate here, you must put what 180 minus theta there. That is, you can now say that sine, I can now say is equal to what? Sine 180 minus theta. Cosine. Cosine for the second quadrant. Second quadrant, I'm still on second quadrant. Cosine, cos theta will be equal to what here? Minus x over 1. Minus x over 1. So whatever value that is x, if it is 4 now, minus 4 over 1 with minus 4 is going to give us negative value. So that will be equal to minus cos 180 minus theta is what? Minus cos theta as well for the second quadrant. Tan theta. Tan theta is going to be equal to what? Opposite over what? Adjacent plus y over minus x, which is going to be equal to what? Minus tan, because positive divided by minus, you're going to get negative value at the end of the day. Minus 180 minus theta, which is going to be equal to what? Minus tan theta. Minus tan theta. That's the value for it. You can now see that at the second quadrant, only sign is positive here. I put the x there like that. Now I move to the third quadrant. Third quadrant. Third quadrant will be formed like this. You can see this y-axis is coming down like this. That's negative y. And this is what? Negative x. Negative y and negative x is what we have there. This one is 1. And this place is 90. This is theta. That is how they are formed there. Now, at this stage, sine theta will be equal to, now, sine theta here will be equal to what? Opposite over hypotenuse. That's what? Minus y over 1. Which is going to be equal to what? Minus sine theta. Now, at the third quadrant here, you can see this is the third quadrant. This is the second, third, fourth. At the third quadrant here, from here to here is what? That's sine is equal to sine 180 plus theta. That is the value you are going to get it. Don't forget that it is negative value we get for sine here. So it's equal to minus sine 180 plus theta. So sine is also negative at the third quadrant. Now, let's check the cos. Cos theta will be equal to, this is what? This is adjacent over hypotenuse. That's minus x over 1. Which eventually, whatever you're going to get there, you'll be what? Minus cos theta. Which is equal to what? Minus cos 180 plus theta. Minus cos 180 plus theta. Now, at the fourth quadrant. At the third quadrant, still on third quadrant, tangent now. Tangent for the third quadrant will be equal to, tan theta will be equal to, this is opposite over adjacent. That's minus x over minus y. Minus, we cut minus to make it positive. So it will be equal to what? Plus tan theta. So which is going to be equal to what? Plus tan 180 plus theta. That's what you get for the third quadrant. So at the third quadrant, only tangent is positive. I put it there as t. So I put it there, a, t. Now, fourth quadrant now. I move to the fourth quadrant, which I have this. Fourth quadrant will form like this. This is angle 90. This is my theta. This is my negative y. And this is my positive x. Now, those places 1. Now, sine theta here will be equal to, that's what? Minus y over 1. Minus y over 1. Now, from here to here will be 360 minus minus theta. So at that level, that sign will be equal to now minus, it will be minus sine 360 minus theta, which is going to give us minus sine theta. Now, for the cos theta at that fourth quadrant, cos theta will be equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, which is going to what? Plus x over 1, which is going to give us plus cos theta, which is going to what? It's going to be equal to what? Plus cos 360 minus theta. So at this fourth quadrant, cosine is positive there. Let's check the tangent. Tan theta here will be equal to what? That's opposite over adjacent. That's minus y over plus x, which is going to be equal to minus tan 360 minus theta, which is going to be equal to minus tan theta. So at that level, we have only the cosine here to be positive at the fourth quadrant, which that one forms ACTN. So clockwise,ly it forms what they call arcs, and anti-clockwise,ly our quadrant move first, second, third, and fourth. So that is how the quadrants are formed. Thank you for taking part of this class. See you next time.